Hello YouTube, B3 here back another kicking action figure review. Today's review is over a figure that I love very much. It is the S.H.Figuarts Kamen Rider Fourze Rocket States action figure from Tamashii Nations and Bandai. And I really like the movie that this guy's from, sort of. I half like it. I like the Fourze half, don't really care for the O's half so much. But that's probably because I didn't watch Kamen Rider O's, but I love Kamen Rider Fourze. Love Kamen Rider Fourze. When I first started to watch it, didn't think I would. Turns out, big fan. Love Kamen Rider Fourze. I mean, look at this guy. He's really cool. But, yeah. I think it's time to just bust into this. I do have to say first that this is one of my top 5 favorite figures. So, you know, that's a thing. He is paired with my favorite figure, S.H.Figuarts Kamen Rider Narishiko. And then another favorite figure of mine, the S.H. Monster Arts Gamera 2 Gamera. Also, most recently, the NECA 1954 Godzilla. And also the Marvel Legends Infinite Series. Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel. From the King Thor Odin Build-A-Figure wave. But yeah, she's not available for show right now because she is not present. But, you know, I'll have them all together soon enough. Very just great crew. I love taking pictures of them all together doing fun, weird stuff. I'm going to start posting those on my action figure collecting Facebook page. Be sure to like that. I'll try to remember to put a link in the description below. If I don't remember, remind me and I'll put it there. So yeah, here he is, Fourze, my boy. This is his Rocket States that he gets in the movie from the last Kamen Rider you saw, Kamen Rider Narishiko. Gives it to him, and it allows him to have double the rocket power and turns him orange. And I like the orange look on Fourze. He's normally white, for those of you who don't know. I know I have people that watch the reviews that are just kind of fans of me. Not a lot of people. I'm not very popular, but at the same time, you know, I know there are people out there that just watch my reviews because they like them and like to see cool figures, even if they aren't, you know, savvy on the franchise. But yeah, he's very cool. I really love his articulation. It's S.H.Figuarts, so you know it's going to be top notch. Up and down on the head, you know, side to side, move it all around. Up and down on the arms, you know, you got that joint, forward and back, you know, all kinds of swivels and bends and everything. You know, you get just so much movement with Figuarts. It's really insane. Because you got ab movement. I wish this belt was a little more stationary. His is fine. Narishiko's will not stay still. I'm serious. And then you've got, you know, in and out on the legs. You know, you got that joint there, so you can kick them forward and all. They do come pretty far out. Sometimes you can get them to kick really high. If you can, you know how to work it. Double knee bend. Careful with these knee pads. They do pop off pretty easily. This figure seems a lot sturdier than my Elect States forms. I have his electric form as well, which was the first form of his I bought. And, yeah, I had to take the switches out of it because they kept falling out. And he just kind of stays up on display and I never touch him, which is really too bad. But I got this guy. And lots of their body parts. Well, actually, that's not true. They're mostly different figures, actually. I think the heads might be the same, maybe some of the hands, legs, and arm parts, but they are mostly different figures, actually, quite factually. But yeah, you know, up and down on the feet, side to side, you know, ankle pivot, as well as that toe point. So yeah, really cool figure. I can't believe I'm just now reviewing him. I've had him as long as I've had Narishiko. I think I got him right after her, so that I could have them together, honestly. What a wonderful couple. So yeah, he's really great articulation wise. As you can see, the orange is real clean. All the paint's real clean. He's totally orange here. white over here with the black square, kind of like a PlayStation controller. those actually designate how stuff fits onto him, so they do make a little sense at least. His driver belt thing here, which I always thought looked kind of weird, but worked for him. Loved his head design, the rocket. I thought the Sentai was going to be goofy, and, well, not a Sentai, but it is Toku. It was pretty goofy, but I also loved it to death. This was such a good show. This is one of the few Kamen Rider shows I'll rewatch at some point. There's a lot of Kamen Rider shows, and I'm kind of just trying to burn through them, watch as many as I can. Like an example of one I won't rewatch, Dino, Decade I probably won't rewatch. Examples of ones I will rewatch, Fourze, maybe Kabuto. But yeah, really just cool guy. Cool guy. Now how about we check out his box? Normally I show the box off sooner, but I did not this time. So here it is. Got a big window, stars, planet, Kamen Rider Fourze. There he is, right there with his rocket. So you're about to see some of his accessories, a little sneak peek. Very cool, there he is. That's how he always appears in this form, is both the rockets, but I'm glad they gave his hand options, honestly. Really, really cool. So he's got a really cool option part there, too, which you're about to see in action. First up, you guys need to check out his other hands, little interchangeable hands. Here we have his pointing hands. He's always pointing at people saying, we're going to be best buds, and etc. And then there is fist hands, which are his kind of default hands. Right now I have his open hands on him, as you saw. But yeah, how about some other accessories? Now here's Fourze with both his rockets attached, as his girlfriend looks on in amazement. Yeah, boy. But, excuse me. They look really cool on him. You know, it works out. I guess he can go faster or whatever the heck this form actually accomplishes. I think it's speed is the point of this form. Speed and altitude. But as you can see, he turns orange just like his rockets. The orange on his rockets is a tiny bit different than the orange on her rockets. So you can't really swap them in and out. Plus her rockets fit differently because her arms are smaller. So you really just got to use them with his rockets. Plus his rockets are different than everyone else's for another reason specifically. But before we talk about that, let's just take a closer look at them. Very cool rockets. Great detail, nice paint. They're just looking really good on his arms. Rocket time. Yeah, check him out. And here he is with the blast coming out the end of his rocket. Super rocket flare. Looks pretty dope, I have to say. It looks really good. It's a nice piece. As you can see, he's kind of doing his rocket kick thing here. And you just pull the little exhaust bits off the back of a rocket, and then you plug it in. You can do it on either rocket. The rockets are specific for each hands. Like one has a little orange input and one has a white input, so you know which rocket's which. But this can go on either rocket, so you're good. You're not just limited to the one it shows on the back of the box. You can put it in either one. So it looks really, really cool. Also, this stand is not his. It actually belongs to his girlfriend as well. Now here you can take a closer look at the piece. As you can see, it just plugs in. Has this like white frost coming up off the flames. There's a little pit there. Just a really nice piece. Kind of heavy though. It does make his arm droop, but I can get past that. Still very cool. Here he is with some other Fourze figure arts. These are just from Kamen Rider Fourze. Here on the left we have Narishiko, as you know. Oh, don't they look cute together? So cute. And then here on the right, a villain. Oh yeah, it is the Scorpion Zodiarts from the same show, of course. And I think he scales well with both of them, so he's going to look great with your other S.H.Figuarts Fourze figures, so that's for sure. Now here you have some other Kamen Rider figures with Fourze. Here on the left, the Fourze Module Change Series Kamen Rider Meteor, the second rider from the show, and also a cheaper figure. Yeah, it's kind of from a cheaper line. He did come with his bike though, that's why I got him instead of the figure art. Cheap and with the bike. And then here on the right we have the rider that followed Fourze, Kamen Rider Wizard from the Wizard Action Please, aka WAP line, flame style, of course. And he scales great with Wizard. I feel like Meteor's a little tall. Fourze should be the same height or taller than Meteor. I think they're the same height when they're both fighting together, but when they're in their human forms, Fourze is definitely the taller guy, I think. Although I can write it off. I have no problem with it. My Meteor is normally sitting on his bike anyways, so it doesn't really matter. And here he's with some Super Sentai Power Ranger figures that really just seem to be doing their own thing. Here on the left we have Shinken Red, aka Samurai Red Ranger, Power Ranger Samurai, whatever. And here on the right, Mighty Morphin White Ranger. And this is the American version of that figure. Exclusive in Japan, but standard release here, more pearlized, etc. But yeah, you know, that's how he scales with them. I think he scales perfectly. Looks great. I know they're all posed up, which is a little weird, but they're in a display and I didn't want to mess them up. So honestly, what are my final thoughts on the S.H.Figuarts Kamen Rider Fourze Rocket States figure from Bandai and Tamashii Nations? Well, you guys already know that I think this is a fantastic figure. I really love him. I really love Fourze. The reason he's in my top 5 is because he's like a personal favorite figure, not because he's one of the best 5 figures in my collection. You know, there are lots of great figures in my collection. This guy just kind of hits a special chord with me because I liked the Fourze part of this movie, really like the Fourze show, and I really like the bond that this state is from. He could not have achieved this state without his girlfriend. It shows how much they care about each other and stuff. And, you know, other emotional crap like that. But it's really cool. I really do love these two together. That's why I never put them in their box or anything. And I don't even display them. I just keep them together here in my review station so I can take pictures of them with all my new figures and stuff. Because I like that. I like taking pictures of them together with all my other characters and everything. It's fun. I really enjoy it. But honestly, I am going to give him 5 out of 5 stars. I really don't know if there's anything wrong with him, honestly. I feel like his body isn't much different than that of the regular release of Kamen Rider Fourze, which I don't have, so once again, I can't compare them. I don't have the regular Kamen Rider Fourze figure. I'll get it one day. I'll get that, and I'll probably get Magnet States. And probably the states where he fuses with Meteor and Narishiko. I probably need to get that too. But now, as you can see, the rockets pop on and off easy, so do the hands. This is my only Fourze whose freaking switches actually stay in his belt, even though I know the belts are the same on all of them. This one's just staying better for some reason. Like, as soon as I opened up Elect States, they just fell right out. They don't even stay in him. But this guy, looking great. He's got cool accessories and everything. I mean, like, the blue flames have that white frost on them you can see there coming off the bottom. They just look great. He looks great. And yeah, he's super wonderful. So that's it, you guys. Thank you all so much. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, follow me back on Twitter, and all that jazz. So that's it, you guys. Thank you all once again. I'll see you all later.